I just wanted to bring something to you guys' attention again this year, and we talked about it last year. I think you guys were supportive and helpful. This year, the statute is called House Bill 1394. I think last year it was 1113. But it is something coming out of the collector's office, and Nick King and Kevin Corlew are co-sponsoring it. And it is a statute that would allow a very narrow exception to the current waiver and penalty statute, which has absolutely no exceptions, as we know, other than clear and convincing county error. It is an exception that is crafted to allow taxpayers that have paid all taxes on time in the same county for 5 years to be entitled to a one-time, basically no questions asked, oops, you made a mistake, waiver of interest and penalties. And this is, again, also only in the first 30 days after the taxes have become delinquent, so that we would have to have the request for this waiver by the taxpayer in January. So it's extremely narrow, but it would be extremely meaningful for our small businesses, for whom the penalties are crippling when they have just a simple mailing situation, for our retired people or people who have finally paid off their homes and they're hitting that first real estate bill, for people who have faced personal crises like illness or something right at Christmas. And these are the types of situations that are just extremely sympathetic and extremely worthy. And so I would love to ask my commissioners that have such great pedigree in Jefferson City, that if you have any contacts, if we can push that and support it, because I would love to see Clay County be the leader in what is right here. It was the right thing to do here. And we're kind of up against some very interesting opposition, one being the Collectors Association. All the collectors don't like it for the most part. They're nervous about the administration of it. And then SURF is very powerful, and they're concerned because part of the penalty funds the county retirement fund. Personally, I never want to look a taxpayer in the eye and say that I'm going to waive their interest and penalties because part of it goes to my retirement. That's ridiculous. And it's also a very small amount of money. It's not going to make our SURF. Clay County gives hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to SURF, and that's still a leaking flow. So anyway, it's House Bill 1394. I'm traveling to Jeff City today, and probably will a couple other times during the legislative session to be on board. It's been referred to the Select Committee on Local Government, and some of our own local reps are behind it. So I would love any support that any office holder or person could give to it.
So it's going to be before the Select Committee today?
No. I'm just going down there today for other reasons, but I'm going to touch base with the reps in charge. Nick King has asked me to do case studies as people come across my desk with these really sympathetic stories, to actually write them up in detail, provide it, and give it to them. So I've been doing that. I'm going down to the Northern Regional Chamber, but I'm going to talk to them about that. But then I do plan on testifying on the date when it is in front of, when it's actually scheduled for a hearing. And anybody else that wanted to provide support for that. I think Clay County could really be a leader in this because by virtue of our size, we are a huge flow of the revenue that SURF is concerned about. And I've tried to run the numbers to show how small an impact it really would be to SURF. But it's very few taxpayers are going to be eligible. But for them, it means everything. I mean, for them, $200 or $300 is huge. Whereas for SURF, $200 or $300, and the fact that they only got 2/7 of $200 or 3/7 of $200, is just virtually nothing. And so I'm really trying to overcome that stigma. And there was real sympathy for it last year. It ended up, we got it presented too late last year, and then so many things blew up in Jeff City, and specifically right to work kind of took all the oxygen. And that's fine. We got it on early this year. We're ready to really push it forward this year. And I would love to see Clay County make the point that Clay County tries to get it right.
I appreciate you bringing this forward. We've talked in this body before about the Transparency Board, which again put Clay County in the forefront. I think this is a subject worthy of us discussing, and I would even not be opposed to seeing us really get full support so that it would bolster our delegation in Jeff City. Before we do that, though, clearly I would like to have that on a more formal discussion so that we could explore it more deeply and cast as intelligent more as possible. But if you wouldn't mind getting with staff and council on how we might move that forward, I think that's a reasonable course, especially since when I asked you about the select committee, I thought it was awfully early for that.
Right, no, it just got referred to the select committee, it has not been put on a calendar yet.
It would be nice if we could act prior to that so that we can give it the most support possible at the best time.
Everybody else?
One thing I would suggest also, try and catch when the fiscal note request goes out, because you're the person best able to respond to that fiscal note, and that is going to make a huge difference.
Well, I think it's a good idea, not only on this bill, I mean, I think any other bill that we support, we ought to, do some sort of resolution from the county to send down to the reps down there.
Clay just has the resources to really make an impact legislatively, more so than I think some of the smaller counties that want to get it right, but we really have the resources to make a loud noise and to show that if it isn't that bad of an impact from Clay, it's not going to be that bad of an impact anywhere. So I'd love to see us lead the charge.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.